You're listening to the May 27th, 2019 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Good luck with this one, folks. Hello once again. A few weeks ago at the end of our conversation, this was said by me. Now and then we have had momentary sparks of understanding all of this. Yet the game, when one knows how to play it, can now continue in this much lighter fashion and for much longer periods of time, until, as you say, it simply becomes us, is us. We are the game. To which you replied, not of it. I said, whoa, hold on, that's quite huge. And you said, not when you know it. Can we look into that, please?
Firstly, welcome to you, Blossom, and each one who enjoys these conversations as much as we do. The statement is not as profound or huge as you read into it. For when you say, we are the game, yes, you are. For as individual selves are not just the participants of the game, you are also the rules and the players, and all the game can possibly be. Therefore, yes, you are the game. When we say not of it, it is coming from a point of view that you are outside of it. In a sense, although it is you, you feel as though you are in it, of it, etc. You are not. You are, would we say, an outsider looking in. If we put it in terms of the video games one plays upon your earth plane, one plays the game by using the controls on a remote. You are manipulating the players, what they do, where they go, how they behave. Yet you are not actually them. You are working them from behind the scenes, would we say.
Yet WR, with respect, when one is playing a video game, the detachment from the player and the manipulator is so obvious. Here, in this game of life, we are attached to that which takes place in our lives. We are involved because our feelings respond to that which is going on.
And we would then take you back, Blossom, to a time when we expressed in a few conversations that nothing matters.
Yes, I have never forgotten that. I couldn't get my head around it then. Maybe a little more now, as I have expanded my truth. Carry on, or maybe don't. Laugh out loud.
You are conducting your lives, whether you agree with that or not.
Personally, I do.
Some have not come into that awareness yet. For those that can come from this perspective, we would say that therefore you understand that you are actually masters of the game. When you accept this, you have understood its entire layout.
I am clearly not a master yet, although I would say I understand that I conduct my life. I just have many understandings within that understanding to work through, due to my feelings. I am working on mastering them.
You are your feelings. That's who you are.
Therefore, WR, I am in the game, not outside of it, because if my feelings are who I am, I navigate this board game by them. Feelings.
Yet, who is in control of them?
Me. Although I'm working on that one too. Isn't it more a matter of controlling my thoughts in order to change my feelings about something?
Ultimately, all feelings derive from love. So, it is about changing the vibrational pattern of them into a higher one, if they are operating on a lower one. In this way, as you know, life works for you.
I'm not sure how far we're going to get with this. I'm confused already. A. If I am my feelings, how can I not be of it? And B. If nothing matters, then my feelings don't matter, and therefore, if I am my feelings, I then don't matter. Oh, far out. Am I really in the mood for all this today?
If not, we can resume another time. Or, if you feel you are not ready for this in-depth understanding, we can leave it until you feel you are. And yet, we know you are. We would suggest not to think it too much.
All well and good for you to say. Yet in order for the conversation to flow, I need to think it. I'll try. That's the best any of us can do.
Dearest Blossom, yes, you are your feelings. Your feelings are your spirit essence. If you could not feel, you could not be. You could not express. What if we said you are not of the game, that your feelings were also outside of it, yet you think they are inside? You have to use your feelings to move up on the board, to steer your way around it. Yet they do not have to be of it. It is a game. You are not.
Yet I said, we are the game, and you said, not of it.
You are of love. That is what you are. That is why nothing in the game matters, because you are not of it. You cannot be of it, for you are of love.
Is the game not all about love?
Yes. Yet the game is the teacher, would we say. It expands your knowing of self.
And yet you say it doesn't matter. How can the learning of knowing of self not matter?
Because ultimately, you know everything anyway. Because you are everything. Let us say you were sitting there one day in the all-knowingness of who you are. Yet for the want of explanation, you were bored. You wanted more. Because in that knowingness, there is never an end. Love is ever expanding, in, of, through, as itself. That is its design, to love more. So there you were, bored, and therefore decided to expand into a game, an experiment called Earth and all it can be. The thought was created and became alive and therefore manifested with an infinite number of possibilities of what it could be, what it could do, how it could be played. Did you pick up on that part? WR? An infinite number of possibilities. So the game, in a sense, is designing itself as it expands into, of itself. Because to design itself is what it was designed to do. So there you are, no longer bored, watching from afar, yet up close and personal at the same time, as to how this game is continuing on, playing out. Your feelings are the mechanism, whilst thinking you are in the game. That allows you to move from one square to another, depending on your understanding of how it works. Yet in truth, your feelings are you, whilst in the game. Yet you, who are not of it, have feelings only of the highest, truest, purest love.
Lost the plot way back. I've no idea if any of this makes sense. We are our feelings, right?
Correct.
Yet you are saying our feelings are the things that make us move through the game. So how can we not be of it? Brain explosion in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Because your feelings, whilst thinking you are of the game, are there to guide you through it, as the game develops by design. Yet it is because you think you are in it that you think you are of it. When a soul is in agreement and alignment to re-enter into planet Earth via the 9-month gestation period, it can come and go as it pleases into that embryo, until such time when it has to enter fully and remain, which can sometimes not happen until the physical body is entering into the birth canal. Other souls feel comfortable enough to choose to stay in the growing miracle for the full term. It is up to the individual at the time, and depending on what the mother's emotions and physicality are experiencing at the time also. It is not that your soul, in the physical understanding of where it is, leaves the body fully, yet the soul, your feelings, are so much more than where it believes it to be in the game.
You know, there's some part of me somewhere out there, in there, that sort of knows what you're trying to explain. Yet it just seems impossible to put it into words for both you and me. Some topics we touch upon just never make it through. And maybe that is the way my mind works. Who knows? Or maybe it just cannot be understood when involved too deeply in the game. Even though we are not of it and nothing matters. So, this is going to be one of those that I leave well alone. For now. Many may feel frustrated with me. I've learned not to apologise, having done nothing wrong. I tried my best, yet the end result was rather disappointing, I feel. Hey-ho, such is life, such is the game. You win some, you lose some. Either way, thanks to you for trying also.
We are of the understanding that this is unable to be understood. Or perhaps we need to find a better way to explain it.
When that happens, I'd be more than happy for you to pop into somebody else's head to do so. In gratitude, in loving service, I am.